Apple just confirmed that they have some new surprises for us coming pretty soon, and they did this by leaking it in their own software, I think accidentally. In the latest iOS 16.4 beta, Apple confirmed not only one pair of new headphones that is going to be Beats branded, but also a new pair of AirPods and a new AirPods case, which is ridiculously exciting considering that I didn't think we'd be getting any new AirPods this year, but then I started to put together the pieces and it actually makes a ton of sense. So first of all, let's start off with the AirPods because, oh man, I'm so excited. Let me actually grab the model they're updating. I have a super strong reason to believe that the second generation version of AirPods Max is just around the corner. And this starts off with this leak in iOS 16.4, where in the final release candidate version, the version that's going out to everyone sometime next week, AirPods model A3048 and a corresponding case A2968 are included in this release candidate version, which means that they are very close to coming out. But considering that AirPods Pro 2 just got updated last year, and all of the other credible sources have said that AirPods 3 would not be seeing an update until next year, and AirPods 2 being pretty much outdated and at the very bottom of Apple's lineup, it didn't make a lot of sense at first until I remembered that these exist, and we have heard for years now that Apple is working on an update that at the very least includes new color options. Mark Gurman has been talking about new colors for quite some time now, and in 2021 we saw nothing, in 2022 we saw nothing, and now over 2 years later in 2023, not only are these due for a general hardware refresh, we still had not seen the colors at a time when AirPods Max are at peak popularity. I'm seeing them more than ever. The sales absolutely have to be going crazy, and it's weird that Apple just hasn't done anything with them for 2.5 years for a really popular product that has an insane profit margin. I was like, something's up with this. But here's the thing, I didn't have enough information at this point to make this video and get you all excited and say they're coming very soon, because even though they're referenced in iOS 16.4 and they haven't been updated in a while, I mean, hey, like they could just be a different version of AirPods. There's nothing that says specifically it's AirPods Max until, well, you go to Apple's website. As we've seen so many times before, you might remember I've talked about this in previous videos, that when Apple's about to drop a new version of a product, and they don't mean to do this, but it ends up happening, the supply of the old product gets low, meaning that the shipping times for ordering that product, they start to stretch out a little bit. For example, if you go on Apple's website right now and you look at AirPods 2, AirPods 3, or the newest AirPods Pro 2, all of these are not only in stock in the stores around the world, ready for pickup as soon as tomorrow, they are all shipping out within a week at the very longest. Which makes sense because none of these products are supply constrained and they've been out for many months now. But the last product that I decided to check on was, well, AirPods Max. The shipping times on this are actually quite fascinating, because if you take a close look here, not only are they out of stock in almost every single Apple store, meaning that although this has been out for 2.5 years, you can't really go into an Apple store and pick one up because they just don't have it for some reason. The ship times, guys, are absolutely cracked out. We're looking at 2+ weeks. It looks like 3 weeks on average to get a pair of 2.5-year-old headphones, which just doesn't math. There is no way that Apple is struggling with the supply of these. We've heard credible sources say that an update for these is coming, and it just never happened in the past 2 years. These are at peak popularity as far as audience interest right before the summer, where people are going to be outside wearing these. And on top of everything else, in the literal code for iOS 16.4, there's just magically a new version of AirPods Max, and don't forget, a new case as well. Remember the bra that comes with AirPods Max? I actually don't mind it. I think it's fine, but everybody else in the world hates it. So would Apple redesign it and make it a little bit different, which is why we're now seeing a specific case named here? Listen, I've been known to get excited about things before, but all of the pieces are here, like right in front of us. Now listen, to be completely fair here, I could be wrong, and it's possible that by some chance these are not actually a new version of AirPods Max. And as suggested this morning by Guo Minchi over on his Twitter, he says that it could actually be a new version of AirPods Pro 2, but with an updated case. This case would be equipped with USB-C instead of Lightning, as this year is going to be the first serious jump for Apple to switch all of its products from Lightning to USB-C. And I think that does explain half of the equation, but considering that the AirPods Pro 2 buds would stay the same, it doesn't explain what the other whichever AirPods model referenced is. So maybe we're both right here. Perhaps the new version of AirPods found in iOS 16.4 is an update to AirPods Max, and the new case found in 16.4 is a new USB-C charging case for AirPods Pro 2. And honestly, after saying that out loud, that does sound like the most realistic case scenario, which means that both of these could be right around the corner. And Guo's time frame of the second to third quarter for a release of this AirPods Pro 2 charging case with USB-C, it also lines up. Okay, that's the first part of this. That is the first surprise Apple's got coming. The second thing that Apple is going to be dropping very shortly as well is a new pair of Beats headphones. And this one's even crazier because not only is it mentioned in the iOS 16.4 code, it is just straight up shown in multiple places. In fact, there's actually a full setup video for these that you'll see when you pair these with your iPhone for the first time that gives us a full 360-degree look of the new colorway, the black with the gold accenting, and it even shows you how the buttons work, which is similar to the current Beats Studio Buds. Now, what the plus is going to stand for in the Beats Studio Buds Plus is kind of weird. We don't really know, considering that the Beats Studio Buds themselves, I think, are only a year or two old at the very most. Maybe better battery life, perhaps upgrades to sound quality. That's still up in the air, but according to 9to5Mac, they had a source reach out to them and confirm that there will be a custom Beats processor on the inside. It is not going to be an Apple-designed H1 or H2 chip. It is going to be a custom Beats chip, which is really showing that Apple is keeping AirPods and Beats very separate, even using different hardware chips on the inside. I mean, it seems like a lot of work for not a lot of gain, but considering that Beats do pair instantly with both iPhone and Android, I guess it kind of makes sense. As far as actual confirmed features go, 9to5Mac does tell us that both noise cancellation and transparency modes will be on here, as well as just the passive noise cancellation. That's sort of the middle option. That's going to be on these as well. It kind of sounds like just a lower end, more affordable version of AirPods Pro that they're making a bit more fun. I just can't get over that there's a full-on video of these that are just in iOS 16.4. Again, looking at the design here, they are pretty similar. There's not a whole lot to gander at other than the black color, which does look very cool, and I really just want to see an AirPods. Like Apple, I feel like this is not too much to ask for a black version of AirPods Buds. So that's the Beats Studio Buds. We talked about AirPods. Other surprises, I think we've heard about one thing in particular, and that is the new 15-inch MacBook Air with a potential M3 chip inside. Now, I still don't entirely believe that because we literally got the M2 chip less than a year ago in June of 2022. But rumors of a larger 15-inch MacBook Air just keep coming up. We've heard it from Mark Gurman, Ross Young, I think Guomin Shi has said the same thing. Apple's definitely going to bring a new 15-inch to market sooner rather than later, and it doesn't make sense for them to wait to dub for just that bigger size. Then dub is when we're getting the headset, which is now being confirmed by so many different sources. I think 3 or 4 have said June, which is like, it's happening. Essentially, well, the first part of this year has been incredibly slow and we have not seen a lot, and the things we have seen have been really small updates over the previous versions. There is finally some stuff happening and we are getting close to some bigger, more significant updates for Apple's products. I am stoked. Obviously, keep it locked and loaded here for the latest information. I'm so happy I have an outlet like this to share my crazy theories with you. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Sam. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.